Good morning, Kenya. This is Peter Salasya. This is Morning Tea Show, and today is on the 25th of March 2025. I do welcome you. I am your host, House of Zulfa ni Papa Nanani.
Yes, thank you so much. Good morning, everyone, wherever you are. This is Plain San Felix, and I welcome you to the Morning Tea Show. Yeah, Zulfa, how was your night?
My night was short. Late.
Okay. Yeah, so
but it was good though.
We apologize. We have started a little bit late. But everything yenye inahusiana na mikono ya mwanadamu obviously lazima there will be some of inconveniences. Yes. Yeah. So welcome you guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so because of time we'll have to rush it a bit. So tuende directly kwenye magazeti. Kuna Waititu asotea jela, then vijana waandamana kupinga Nyachae, wazee kuojiwa kwa wenyekiti wa IBC, na kuna Murkomen alala kazini. Let us start with Waititu. Aliyekuwa gavana wa Kiambu Ferdinand Waititu amefunguka na kusimulia madhila anayopitia gereza la Nairobi. Maisha ambayo ni tofauti kwa kiongozi aliyezoea mamlaka, maisha ya kifahari na hadhi ya juu machoni pa umma. Waititu alifungwa miaka 12 gerezani na amewasilisha kesi upya kotini akiomba achiliwe kwa dhamana au pesa taslim. Alifungwa kwa kupokea ongo kutoka kwa wanakadarasi alipokuwa gavana wa Kiambu kati ya mwaka 2017 na 2020. Jaji Lucy Juguna alitupilia ombi lake la kwanza la kuachiliwa kwa dhamana mnamo Machi 3 na ataendelea kula maharagwe gerezani akisubiri kesi aliyowasilisha ya kuomba dhamana kizwe na iamuliwe. Taifa Leo ilimtembelea Waititu gerezani na mateso na masaibu anayopitia yanaweza kulinganishwa na jehanamu au kuzimu, ambapo binadamu mwenye dhambi atahangaikia milele kwa mujibu wa vitabu vitakatifu vya dini. Tukimnukuu bwana Waititu anasema, gereza si pahala pazuri kwa sababu ni mahali ambapo mawazo mazuri ufa na mtu uadhirika kisaikolojia. Hakuna uhuru wowote, hakuna vifaa vya sasa. Najua vizuri sana marafiki zangu. What do you think about that, Felix? Waititu used to be this like a very posh governor ambaye amezoea kuamka asubuhi, akona warm tiles, analala kwa anaingia kwa bathtub, anaoga, anakunywa coffee, and right now analala tu hapo kwa double decker, anakula maharagwe, anaoga na watu. So what do you think about that?
It is very, very, very funny, and at the same time it is very unfortunate and very painful, and at some point it makes me convinced that life hubadilika anytime. Yeah, so don't you ever jaribu kudharau Felix Zulfa because you might not know tomorrow. And don't ever try to take advantage over anybody because you don't know about tomorrow. Yeah, so I think this guy is a good example.
But he deserves it though. He need 595 million. And deserve kukua jela. These people need to be shown that imanishi kama kitambo it because you are in power hautashikwa, utaenda upeane hapo pesa fulani then uachiliwe. They need to be shown the same way mwizi wa kuku akishikwa hapa chini common is the same way you're gonna shikwa. Sijui kama Kenya kuna luxury nini? Kuna luxury zile luxury posh jails za majuu. There are some jails in majuu ambazo ukishikwa bado kuna TV, mko na chef sababu you are rich people. But I don't think if in Kenya kuna such.
Hizo hata sifai kukaa hapa Kenya.
Hata zifai.
Si ndio haki?
Azifai.
Zinaletwa zikifaje?
Haki. Ifai mbona kupeleka kwa kamiti?
Acha. I tell you, kuna vitu zingine, let me tell you the truth. Somebody can do a crime intentionally while knowing that I can go to jail.
Posh jail.
Yeah,
like, and I afford to pay for a posh jail.
Yeah, sleeping, eating and watching.
Yes.
We don't want those things.
No, we don't want those kind of things. In fact, this is, I love it. Let me tell you, Judge Lucy Juguna Apple, thank you. These people need to be shown, yeah? So, kuna anaongeza nasema, waona ukiwa na mahali unavutia watu na utafikiria unadhabiti kila kitu, lakini huwa tunajidanganya kwa kuwa watu huja kukuona kwa sababu wanajua utayatatua matatizo yao. Wakati wa mahojiano hayo, Waititu alisimulia kuwa hakuna mtu amekuja kumtembelea tangu asubuhi hiyo, huku akisisitiza ataendelea kupambana hili aachiliwe kwa dhamana hata iwe baada ya muda gani. Muonekano wa Waititu ni tofauti na yule mwanasiasa wa Kenya walimzoea, ambaye pia alidumu kama mbunge wa Kabete, naibu meya wa Nairobi na waziri msaidizi. Amevalia sare za mahabusu pamoja na champali nyekundu za kusononeka kwake kunajionyesha dhahiri usoni mwake. Hii ni kinyume na kiongozi aliyekuwa akivalia suti na viatu vya bei ghali, huku akikitisa mawimbi ya kisiasa na kuwalemea wapinzani. Gerezani Waititu kwa hasira anasimulia kuwa amechoshwa na mtindo wa mahabusu kuhesabiwa kila siku. Kando na kuonekana kupewa makao afadhali kuliko wengine, hakuna jipya, huku akilazimika kufyeka na kufanya kazi nyingine za mkono kama mahabusu wengine. Akiendelea anasema, hakuna mengi ya kufanya hapa na nimetokea tu kwenye ibada ya kanisa la CIC ambalo liko ndani ya gereza hili. Mahubiri ya leo yalijikita katika kujiinua baada ya kulemwa na mzigo wa maisha. So basically, I am just so proud that these people get humbled. I am so proud that these people are getting humbled huku nje. They should know. Let me tell you, for any governor out here, for any senator, for any MCA and MP ambaye anadhani kwamba I will get away with crime, muone na hii ikuwe onyo kwenu, hii ya Waititu ikuwe onyo. He was a governor to mahabusu right now. Umesikia amevaa sare na chapali nyekundu. Oh my God, that is really good. I'm so proud of that judge. I'm so proud of that, because how do you take like 500 or 585 and then you million wakati hamna,
unazifanya ziwe zako na wakati wengine watu wengine wanaumia. You know, at some point I'm very sure these people could they try to consider both sides. Yes.
Yes.
And at some time you might not know. Unaweza pata walifika hata kwa account yake where this guy is coming from. Yes. This guy is coming from, and they could at some point maybe observe how people are living there.
Yes.
You know, you might find that they could also observe that some of the individuals could maybe have some life and social difficulties that they could not manage at some point, and this guy is enjoying their sweat. It is very unfortunate, and at some time Kenyans, this is what I really want us to consider mostly. When we try to make ourselves happy through other individuals' sweat, we really need to know that even the gods are not asleep.
They watch. You're gonna pay for all
that. Why do you think they do say that don't mess me because you don't know about tomorrow?
Yeah, you don't. I think God gives you time to repent. He gives you time to be like, you know what, whatever I've been doing, ukae uone makosa yako mwenyewe, ukae uyaangalie, lakini unapata you're there, you don't even get what is going on. Unaona, I will always be in power. Let me tell you, this script at some point it does flip. These tables do turn. Nasema ni onyo kwenu. Onyo kwenu nyie, muone story ya Waititu na mshike adabu zenu. Haye. Haya basi, when you go, if you want to know about Waititu and how he's so depressed kwa jela and how now he's paying for everything, nataka tafadhali nenda kwenye Taifa Leo and even any other media and you will know. So kwenye mengine kuna vijana waandamana kupinga Nyachae, wazee kuhojiwa kwa wenyekiti wa IEBC. Vijana Jumatatu waliandamana nje ya jengo ambalo mahojiano ya kumteua mwenyekiti mpya wa tume huru ya uchaguzi ya mipaka nchini IEBC yalikuwa ikiendelea, huku wakidai kuwa baadhi ya walioteuliwa walikuwa wazee. Mwenyekiti wa shirika la Kenya Youth John Mark Ababu aliongoza maandamano hayo akidai kuwa wadhifa kama huo unahitaji vijana. Mahojani hayo yanaendelea hili kumpata mrithi wa aliyekuwa mwenyekiti wa tume hiyo, Wafula Chebukati, aliaga dunia mwezi jana. Kulingana naye, baadhi ya vijana walituma ombi lao, ila hakuna hata moja aliyebahatika kuodhoreshwa kwa mahojiano hayo. Tukimnukuu bwana Ababu, baadhi ya watu ambao majina yao yaliorodheshwa ni wazee. Tunataka vijana pia, na hakuna hata kijana mmoja katika orodha hiyo. Kando na hayo, shirika hilo linampinga Charles Nyachae ambaye pia ni miongoni mwa walioorodheshwa kwa mahojiano hayo. Bwana Nyachae ni mmoja wa watu ambao walifanyiwa mahojiano siku ya Jumatatu. So yesterday I think we saw that, yeah, and I was here live and we saw all that proceedings kidogo pale. Let me tell you, there was no young person.
There was no young person.
And yesterday when I spoke to some people, and they were like, hamna, there was no young person, ilikuwa wote ni wazee. Wanasema kazi kwa vijana, but vijana ambao wanawapewa hizo kazi they are 60s
and above.
How ndo vijana?
Felix. You know, it is very unfortunate. It is very unfortunate when at some point we can focus and shout and hope for what? Kazi kwa vijana, and we really need change. But at the same time, Zulfa, no even single young man ameregister kufanya hizo. Na kama waliregister,
how do we,
then we really need to know why they were not picked. Mbona wa complain hawajatuma hata documents zao? Na kama walituma,
but that is a question. Kuna kijana ambaye ametuma documents.
Hapo sasa,
that is the question.
I really need to know too.
Not, you know,
wacha midomo hivyo. Kwani wanataka kuja kutafutwa?
Do not complain.
Yes.
Hali hakuna.
Let me ask you a very simple question. Let me ask you a very simple question,
yes,
right?
Yes.
If I could stay in my room sleeping, bado sura yangu ingekuwa pale.
Ingekuwaje? Sisi kuja kwa kitana na kamera ama producer na kamera manatia kuja eti Felix shika mic ni kwa bed. Shika kamera. It cannot.
We really need to be very careful.
Yes.
We really need to be very serious, and in whatever we do, in wherever we speak, and in wherever we hopeful. We cannot just maybe think of we cannot just think of something that we are not even trying to make an action, that our actions are just in our mouths. We have got very beautiful and handsome and smart,
intelligent people,
young
intelligent people,
who can fit there. Okay. If they really applied and they could not even maybe grant they were not granted a chance, then we really need to go and complain. We really want to know. We really want to know.
These are my qualifications. I did apply as a young person and I sikupata. But do not go. Let me tell you, young people, there's one thing that we're doing. Yes, we're saying we want this, but we're not fronting anyone. No one is really coming out. Like hata mtu kama Morara would have applied, yeah? Mbona haja apply? Ama ame apply.
Morara ni president.
Morara
let me tell you this.
Yes.
Morara is trying to chase his dreams. And Morara ni president. Mbona hajapiga hesabu ya governor? Morara anasema yeye ni president na hizi siasa za chini ajui.
But you start somewhere.
But that is the point.
You can't just go to
But that is the point.
To president. You have to start somewhere, Morara.
But that is the point.
Aye?
Yes. That is the point.
So basically Felix ananiambia kama kuna kijana mmoja ambaye ali apply na jina lake alikutajwa pale anafaa kuja aseme
we really need to know.
Apply as a young person.
Yes.
And this is why tunaandamana hapa nje. Bwana Ababu, we need to know which young people did apply for that. Sababu tusije tuko tunaongea maneno fulani
na pia wasipeleke jokes huko.
Wasipeleke This is serious. This is how we change.
Wasipeleke jokes huko. Remember in ile kala ya inaanza na black, alafu white, alafu green, alafu red. Yes. Wasipeleke mchezo huko. Yeah. We are working for the flag.
Yeah, for Kenya. For Kenya. We need people who are thinking about Kenya, not themselves. Sababu when Morana ukisema ya kwamba ati your this politics go kidogo, you need to start somewhere, brother. You need to start somewhere. So
but not only Zulfa, nisha kujibu achana na Morara. Everybody has got his or her own ambitions. Goal. Stroke target. Morara, sema Morara. Si Morara, ni Morara. Yes. So he has got his own.
Is Morara the opposite of
not Morara?
Is Morara the opposite of
sema aje Morara?
Yes?
Morara. Good.
Is the opposite of Mora?
No. No.
Like a man is called this name and then a woman is...
No. It is not even related. Those names are not even related.
For real?
Yes.
Okay, I love
Mora is a different thing.
I love Mora. Okay. So you have said that Morara has a different agenda.
That is the way that name should be pronounced.
Okay.
Not Morara. Morara are those people from other countries who really need to go.
Okay.
You understand? Yes.
So shirika hilo linadai kuwa Bwana Nyachae hafai kushikilia wadhifa huo kutokana na masuala mbalimbali ya kimaadili. Huyo Bwana Ababu anaongezea anasema ya kwamba pingamizi hilo liliwasilishwa katika risala ya Machi 17 mwaka huu iliyoelekezwa kwa mwenyekiti wa jopo la uteuzi wa IEBC. Pingamizi hilo linazua wasiwasi mkubwa kuhusu kufaa kwa Nyachae kwa jukumu hili muhimu na kusisitiza umuhimu wa uadilifu na viwango vya maadili katika mchakato wa uchaguzi nchini Kenya. Naye Morris Masiga, katibu wa shirika hilo, anasema kuwa vijana wanafaa kupewa nafasi kama hizo kwani wana uwezo wa tajriba hitajika. Sawa? So basically, if you want to know more of that, please go there. I want to get into our today's topic, but before we get into that, kuna Murkomen alala kazini. That is the last one. Murkomen, serikali inaonekana kuanza kulemewa na kibarua cha kudhibiti usalama kutokana na ongezeko la maafa yanayosababishwa na Al-Shabaab katika maeneo ya kaskazini mashariki na majangili kaskazini mwa bonde la Ufa. Hii ni licha ya hakikisho la kila mara kutokana na kwa waziri wa usalama wa ndani Kipchumba Murkomen kwamba wizara yake imepiga hatua kubwa katika mpango wa kumaliza visa vya utovu wa usalama katika maeneo hayo. Katika kisa cha Jumapili Machi 23 mwaka huu, wahalifu wanaoshukiwa kuwa magaidi wa Al-Shabaab waliwaua polisi 6 wa akiba ya NPR na kuwajeruhi wengine 4 katika kaunti ya Garissa. Shambulio hilo lilitokea katika eneo la Biamaworth, kaunti ndogo ya Fafi, Jumapili asubuhi. Naibu kamishna wa kaunti ndogo hiyo Bwana Naftali Kojo alitaja kisa hicho cha sasa 11:30 alfajiri kama cha kusikitisha. Tukimnukuu, alisema ya kwamba tumekuwa tukiendesha doria za usalama katika eneo hilo kwa ushirikiano wa vikosi maalum vya walinda usalama, lakini jambo lililotokea leo ni la kusikitisha mno. So basically, and you know the last time also we had that Al-Shabaab walikuja na wakapea watu tende huko. They told them to observe
Let
Ramadan.
me ask you, the Al-Shabaab, wherever they are, because I know they do access YouTube. You guys, were you being that evil? I can just say that you people, you are evil. Why are you causing destruction? In fact, let me ask you, wanauliza nini Kenya? Si kwa ni Somalia?
But they say because the Kenyan soldiers did go to their place.
Sasa wako hadi sahi?
Hawako.
Watoke Kenya waende kwao. In fact, let me tell you the truth. Ni rahisi sana watu kuwa eliminated. Do you think there is anything in the world all before your life is impossible?
No, I know.
Yes,
nothing that is impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
Nothing.
Hata kutafuna kokoto na meno bado ni possible.
Yes it is.
Watu waende wataona
jokes. Let me tell you, but this is Murkomen's job, and I have to make sure these people are not here. And how are these people not going to be here wakati washapewa ID na access ya kuingia Mandera and these places na Bwana Ruto?
Let me tell you this, my sister. At some point, we really need to be very, very much observant and careful. When you find that these issues can maybe arise, and yes, we have got security ikiwa based in every point of the country, but in some areas, people really know that this area is not that much secure as compared to the other areas. It is the responsibility of the Ministry of Interior to decide and come up with his own creative ideas that he could maybe employ to avoid deaths of officers and increase of security. It is possible to reduce the death of police officers and increase security. Is it not possible? It is possible.
But so what?
Let me tell you another thing. Watu wa hiyo area wanachangia, waache mchezo wako nayo.
Aje, hebu niambie wanachangia aje.
They really, unataka kuniambia like hakuna mtu mwenye anaweza suspect like nyumba fulani na nyumba fulani hiyo ni dangerous kidogo. Kwa watu wote wako kwa hiyo region ya hiyo Garissa.
I expect utaogopa. Ukisuspect utakuwa unaogopa.
Kuogopa kwako si kutafanya maafa yatokee.
The moment that you say this that house is Al-Shabaab, unajua ni wewe ulisema hivyo, and then they will come for your house. If these people came and they took the entire village, an entire village
hapa Kenya,
wakaenda wakachukua pale wakaweka chini ya mti fulani, wakawasomesha kuhusu dini ya Kiislamu na wakawapa tende, and no police officer was around. Like they took an entire village. What is that?
Si unaona hata wao basi wanaenjoy hiyo maisha.
Awaenjoy. After that ndo walikuja wakapiga mapolisi.
Kwani mbona hawakupiga wakati walikuwa hapo wakiendelea kufunza? Utapiga
ate, obviously they will.
Kwani uwezi
Felix right now mtu akuja hapa ameshika guns na ni watu kama 10. All of them are armed to the teeth. And they are like tokeni nje.
So my sister, you want to convince me that all of them you want to convince me that all of them were okay, those guys could manage to gather all villagers in that area and maybe
villages
take them
wengi huko.
Listen,
it's like 30 people kwa villages.
It's okay even 20, even 10. So you want to convince me that of all those individuals who could be gathered and maybe be taken to a certain point to be given those mafunzos not even one could escape.
No one. Let me tell you, the moment that you are shown a gun, you get disoriented unless you go on training flying, unless you're a calm person. Mtu akuja hapa akue like tokeni Felix, drop everything and walk out. Unless amekushikia gun, Felix, you won't even think about it. You'll be thinking about your life. You'll be thinking about how you're going to preserve your life, because that is how we get selfish when it comes to your life. You must be selfish, okay? So you will be thinking of let me do everything that this person, let me cooperate before my teeth is in my brains were pasted all over the walls. So you, oh my God, so you walk, you go mpaka mahali wakakwambia kaa chini, wako pale wengine wamewashika more than 10 people that wameshika hizo guns, and you know these people don't even think twice. Let me tell you, that is a pound. Think twice. So basically, when they tell you to drop everything, you'll drop everything.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, the what I'm trying to convince myself is, does it mean that nobody was somewhere by chance could maybe see the incident and maybe disappear without their knowledge?
I should take you to those places. They are not like that. I love that these people don't even have internet. Kama ulisikia ukiambiwa kwa barabara wajui ni nini, wanaishi na generator tangu Ramadhani to another Ramadhan.
Wanajuaje bunduki?
See, they live with bundukis.
Let me tell you the truth. Those people will be the same people who can easily eliminate those people from that place.
It can't be.
I'm telling you the truth. Zulfa, and look at me. When it comes to these issues, yes, let me tell you the truth. Civilians, if they cannot cooperate with a security department, let me tell you the truth, the security department will never do anything. Can I give you a good example? Remember what happened in DRC Congo, whereby the M23 could may be supported by the individuals, but the M23 personnel were against the government. Yes, civilians were supporting M23. Do you think they cannot? Okay, they could not even at some point maybe hide them or provide hiding places for those guys.
It is
they
just,
could. Yes, but do you think if they could be against the M23 could have managed in some point?
You know.
No, you know. It is a yes or no question. Suppose that those civilians were against M23. Yes? Do you really think that the M23 could manage at some point if the civilians were against them?
I think they would.
They won't, my sister. They won't. Remember this. At some point, the M23 could be defeated by the soldiers. Yeah? Wanakimbilia refuge from the civilians. Which is very, 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 very funny. Let me ask you, if they could not maybe seek refuge from civilians, si wangeuliwa some of those individuals who were defeated by the army? But civilians were behind these people, meaning they could even at some point hide them. How can you manage where civilians are against you? Yes? That is the same thing I'm trying to tell you, my sister. At those areas, security can be easily managed if the civilians themselves could chip in this program of promoting security. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna have to just say yes, but I think
unless maybe kama sijakuelezea vizuri.
No, I do get your point, but it is not easy because kama hamna bado the right security huko, you will fear, and I think Al-Shabaab
that is now the point.
So you prefer that nijue tu ni Al-Shabaab anaishi hapa but nisijisulishe because hata nikienda polisi ndakuja tunauliwa. So let me just let them be as long as they're not disturbing me for now.
But it is very bad.
Bad life to live.
Maybe this is a very bad life.
Bad life.
It is not patronizing anymore.
It is not. It is not. And even how can you manage to be patriotic when it's just a whole thing? Sindio? Na hapo unapata vijana get recruited wanaingia Al-Shabaab because they prefer these ones than these ones. Sometimes you're told if you can't beat them, join them. Would you ever think of joining Al-Shabaab?
Well, wherever they are, akimisiezi wa join. I hate you. Do you remember the way they killed innocent people who are traveling with a bus? Do you remember there was a bus which was traveling, I think, from Nairobi to Garissa or from Garissa to Nairobi?
Yes.
Or from Garissa to Mombasa. In fact, it was a bus traveling with passengers. Those people are very single-minded. I really hate them. They killed people who were traveling.
Imagine.
In a bus.
Imagine.
Seriously, people who are traveling, these people never made any step of going to kill to make any chaos with them. They never had any conflict with them. They were just there. They were traveling,
going to Nairobi.
Many people lose girlfriends, many people lose boyfriends, many people lose their families. It is not good.
It is not good.
I'm telling you, if possible, maisha yao yakuwe mafupi sana. Sawa? Na Mungu
wanataka maisha yakuwe mafupi because they believe that when they go to heaven they're going to be given 100 virgins. So
hakuna kifo ni giza. Umewahi lala usingizi? Umewahi jisikia ukiwa kwa usingizi? Unajua kifo ni similar na usingizi, unajua hivyo? But sasa kifo ni upumue ufanye chochote, ni uko kwa giza tupu. Sasa utaenda kuchukua hiyo wasichana unaenda kukupea na wapi? Acha kujidanganya bwana. Wacha kutudanganya bwana. Wasichana unapatiwa wakati unaendelea kuoza.
It's a whole thing that I believe in. So would you please introduce to us our today's topic?
Thank you so much though. Guys, we were watching a football match, but all of a sudden one of us was beaten. One of us was very, 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 very much beaten, and I don't know why he could allow that to happen to him, but he's claiming that it is all the violence against him was tribal. Why am I not convinced that it was not tribal? Are you convinced that
I think
it was tribal? Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say something. So I don't think it was tribal at all. I think, well, this thinking sometimes can get you in trouble. But okay, let me try to be like neutral to this. First of all, I have never seen like the Luo people and the Luya people having issues, like any issues at all, tangu zamani, because I think there are two parties that really enjoy football so much. And I just think that Salasya, we all embrace Salasya, and we are all for someone that is willing to speak up, but it depends how are you speaking up. Sababu, apparently, as I was speaking to some of the people, they were like, if you have issues with Raila, you go to Raila, you don't go to the entire community of the Luo people. And some other people were saying that is the entire community of Kenya that was just trying to warn, because imebaki hata si akuchapwa, so kuchapwa alichapwa. And you're gonna see some of the videos of some people speaking up about it. So they were like, so kuchapwa alichapwa, alikuwa kidogo anafunzwa mwelekeo ya kwamba asisikie la mamake ama asisikie la mzazi, anafunzwa na nini, na ulimwengu. So huu ni ulimwengu ulikuwa anamfunza Salasya, sababu the kind of words that he did use when he was like talking about Raila and that community was very, very disrespectful to the entire community. And people were saying walikuwa namfunza aache na ama aweze ku respect his elders. Then other people were like, it was his own people from his tribe, his own community, the Luya people, that were trying to like warn him, aache kuharibia jina. So it is a whole thing. I don't really talk about it, but you're gonna hear the people talk. So, I think that when these elders started speaking to us in a very rude language, then kile ambacho unamfunza pia mtoto, that is the same thing. And respect, as I usually say, respect is a two-way traffic. Haikuji eti na ibidi eti it goes one way, it doesn't come back, it has to go one way. And the way you talk to your kids is the same way you're gonna talk to your kids. Ama the same way you talk around your kids is the same way they're gonna talk. Kama unakuja unaongea kama ambayo kwa club, kwa nyumba, sawa, unaongea maneno machafu, is the same way. Let me tell you, I had a friend of mine that used to curse like a lot, curse like profanity, profanity, you need to where you have to speak profanity. So this person used to curse a lot. Then that child was 2 years, they started cursing too. So every time they're like, I'm not going to say the word, I'm going to say fudge. Then they say, every time they speak, sababu that's how the mother speaks. That's how the father speaks. So I think Salasya Fiti, I'll disrespect the elders, but the elders have been disrespecting us for the longest time. So the same way you speak is the same way your children are going to speak to you. If you speak shouting, the same way.
You have got a convincing point. You have got you have got a convincing point, but at some point we really need to consider both sides, my sister. So you really think that Salasya is not supposed to deserve whatever happened?
No, kidogo it's good that alipigwa makofi kadhaa, sababu sio kupigwa, alipigwa ile tu ni some slaps. Sawa? But no, producer cha kuniangalia tukusema eti nini, but those were not like really those kind of nini. But unajua Felix, if like now we are married and we have a child and there's a way we speak, we don't speak like politely, that child grows up knowing do not speak politely. When you need something to be done, you have to shout, you have to be rude, you have to be commanding, you have to be a certain way. If these elders speak up and they're like nyinyi ni washenzi sana, nyinyi ni nini, then this child, I heard that he's 31. I didn't know he was 31, Mimi. Sawa. Actually I used to think that he's even mdogo sana because he behaves like a little child sometimes. Sawa. But he is 31. Amenesha na miaka kadhaa pale juu. But either way I think he did a bad thing by speaking evil. Sindio? Lakini hii pia hao elders pia wanafaa kujua wanatuzungumzia vipi. That is my opinion. What do you think about it though?
That is true. And I cannot maybe at some point be against your point. Even fools grow old. Do you know that thing?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So despite somebody being old, haezi endelea kufanya vitu zenye ziko very funny because sasa ako old, aheshimiwe. I'm not referring to anybody, please, msinigonge. Sijarifaa kwa mtu yote kwenye our government. I'm trying to give you a general what? Point of view. If there are some of the individuals who are older than him there, but they cannot do something mature and they cannot even deliver before the audience, before the public, why do you really think they need to deserve respect to younger leaders?
Why do they think that we should, like it is mandatory?
Why?
You know sometimes
who said that it should mandatory? Who said?
Mandatory.
Nobody said. Nobody said that it should be mandatory.
And these people should be told. You know, you meet an older person and they're like, it's like it is mandatory for you to respect me. Show me why I need to respect you. Fiti nitasimama kwa kiti nitakuacha ukae chini. Fiti, when you greet me, I will be like, of which in my tradition is me who should greet an older person before they are even to me. But either way, you need to show me why I need to respect you past that. Na kama unakuja uniongelesha wewe msenge wewe sijui nini hai, then that is I think the kind of way we're gonna do it. But if you're like unajua Zulfa kaa chini tuzungumze, wajua hivi Salasya unafanya vibaya hivi.
Wacha tuseme basi alikuwa ameongeleshwa kwa muda ski.
But I did hear that someone actually did talk to him and gave him a warning.
Wallahi.
Yeah.
Then do we really need to complain?
That name.
Do we really need to complain?
Or someone.
Let me ask you, do we really need to complain?
No, I don't think we do. Nilembo mara kadhaa. Akaambiwa anini akaambiwa wacha kuongea hivyo, wacha kwenda kwa mitandao kuongea hivi. Then actually yesterday I was talking to someone that were like, unaona huyu mtu amechapo hivi, last time alikuwa parliament, alikuwa TikTok. Of which mean I was like, it is good that he's embracing that the young people are in TikTok. But I nilikuja kuelezewa nikaambiwa it is the kind of disrespectful kidogo because ngoja who abiti ni moya ilikuwa ni watu young ama ilikuwa nani, because other people were saying it is Gabon people that were beating him. Kwa hiyo alisema kama ni Gabon people walimchapa, sababu nilikuwa ni Kenya ni Gabon the football match.
Mtu anaweza toka kwa kuja kupigana huku kweli?
I don't think.
Hizo ni vitu zenye zimeanza kukua scripted. But even footages could show somebody of his age, by the way, older than him, beating him.
Kwani bodyguard wa Salasya uko wapi?
Walimsaidia kumtoa hapo.
No, this is not the first time Salasya amechapwa.
Walimsaidia kumtoa hapo.
Aje, if you're a bodyguard, you should make sure, let me tell you should see like this bodyguard that is renowned in the entire world. The bodyguard of Taylor Swift. That bodyguard, he scans like hakuna hata nguo ile mtu anarushaga hivi nguo iwezi fikia Taylor Swift. Haiwezi mfikia. That ati flowers no. Hapo ameshaishika. So if that is a bodyguard anakubali ngumi na kufikia kwa mdomo. Actually, that bodyguard you should go and fire him. Anakubali aje unapigwa. Anafaa ameshapigwa hiyo ngumi before upigwe. I want my bodyguard anajirusha mbele anashutiwa yeye. Because you are my bodyguard. Nothing should come to me. Ushapigwa makonde wewe. Before oh my God. No, those are not bodyguards. Those are not bodyguards. Because this is not the first time.
So let me ask you a very simple question. You have got 3 bodyguards or 4. How can they sustain the whole crowd?
Then come with 100 bodyguards. Kama Taylor Swift ni mmoja, na wewe ambie Peter Salasya is more famous than Taylor Swift.
Wewe ni nani sasa?
Is a pop American pop singer. And she's more famous. There's a time she was in Mombasa. Na haizi gusu hata. Even tutana Taylor Swift, tuende kwa mtu ambaye tunamjua sisi wote. Zuchu. Kuna wakati Zuchu sijui uko huko Mombasa. Alafu kapata amemshikana akona huyo nini wake. That person sawa Nasibu, and they were walking, and then this bodyguard someone came, so they were trying to take a selfie with Nini before hata amfikie alikuwa ameshachukuliwa kabebo akakelewa pande kando. That was one bodyguard. Then how comes 3 one?
Let me tell you, there is a very big difference between when somebody is coming to take a selfie and somebody coming to fight, and they are coming as a crowd. Zulfa, it is very difficult even for these guys.
They are taught for this situation. It is a politician. You should know someone might come and beat them up. You should be anticipating as a bodyguard.
Have you seen any footage showing that incident?
Anticipate. Nikikuwa bodyguard unafaa ku anticipate.
No, I'm just questioning you. Have you seen any footage showing that incident where maybe he was beaten?
Please do show. I saw, but please do show it if you can show it. So, but the thing is, I believe, mimi nasema, acha hiyo, nasema hata wakuja watumia. Unaona ni hao wanaka like uko feel vitu zimeshakuwa tense, wewe bodyguard uone vitu zimeshakuwa tense. Uko like
okay, what is your point? Bodyguard wali fail.
That is the one thing. Tuachana na Salasya na mdomo wake ambao ni kama afikiri, lakini those bodyguards did fail. Unafaa umesha anticipate these people wameshaanza complain one because these people didn't just appear tipwa tata. Uliona wakikam Felix. Kwani uone aje wakikam? Unafaa umeshachukua huyu mtu ushamficha. Hapo bado ni coffee tumemfikia bahati mbaya. Hiyo coffee imemfikia bahati mbaya. Aseti ni ngumi tu. Salasya, you should fire all your bodyguards. They didn't do what they're supposed to do. Kwani hebu nikuulize Felix, tukikosana hapa for example, hautajua anakuja kukuchapa? Hautajua venakaa mnakuja usimame hata
ujidefend? Let me tell you that.
Hautajua anakuja usimame ujidefend?
Let me tell you.
Unataka tu hivi ndio huyu anakuja na umejua umeniambia kitu mbaya ambaye imeniudhi, alafu I am coming towards you. You don't see? Alafu someone that is coming towards you to beat you, they don't come like catwalking, they come aggravated like poo. Tena ngumi hiyo. Those bodyguards did fail. Those bodyguards for real did fail. And you really do think about it. Those bodyguards.
But I cannot maybe feel convinced about the bodyguards. But at some point, we really need to be very serious when it comes to these issues because they can cause death though. Yeah, they can cause death, they can cause injuries, and at some point it is not necessary for those issues.
But we do not encourage violence though. Violence upon a solution.
It is not necessary at all. Yes. So Peter Salasya alikuwa na claim like this issue was
tribal.
No, was scripted. It was tribal plus being scripted.
How come?
Alikuwa anasema hivyo.
Why would we say that it was scripted?
Ni kitu yenye ilikuwa imepangwa. Chenye kinamconvince aseme hivyo, mbona aligongwa? Mbona aligongwa? You know,
alisema aligonga kwa sababu aliongea vibaya.
Aliongea vibaya, alitusiana.
Alitusi baba na the entire Luo community.
Ni alitumia a bad language. Unajua kuna vile unaweza tusi mtu yenye inaweza kuwa
actually there are those, I don't know if the producer anajua kueleza. There's someone who said that he said that sijui eti Wajaluo ni wajinga.
Sasa aligeneralize wakakasirika. Sasa nyewe mtu akuja aseme Wakenya ni usalati, nyinyi ni akili.
Hamfikiri.
Hata kama ni Zulfa alimbo.
Then a general, you should come to Zulfa directly and be like, Zulfa umeniudhi. Au fikiri.
Lakini si Kenya.
Don't be like, Wajaluo ni wajinga.
Wakamsalimia.
Kenya ni usalati ni wajinga.
Wakaamua kumsalimia.
But they said that ingekuwa ni Mjaluo amemchapa angeamka malikuwa medozi.
Ati? Acha mambo.
I was speaking to some people and they were like, ingekuwa ni Mjaka amemgusa vizuri because Mjaka amekula skuma na ugali ile ya kusiaga angeamka, of which they all eat the same thing.
Kwanza Mluya ndiye akikugonga unaweza kosa kuamka.
Mluya because Mluya ni wakuku na ugali.
Na Wakisi.
Nyinyi mnakula amaruranu. So that thing and ugali. But these ones do eat proteins. You people do not eat proteins vizuri. Wakisi. They don't eat proteins vizuri. So like both tribes. You know, it is okay, you can know Wakisi but you cannot know Mjaka na Mbaluya vizuri.
You can know Wakisi?
But you cannot differentiate these people. Sometimes they kind of want to have the same accents. Sometimes.
When it comes to leta hiyo bwana.
Then the other ones kind of says the kind of thing. It's like, could you differentiate Meru accent and Meru na Mkisi? It is hard. That one it takes me
Meru nayo hapa.
Mkisi it is true.
Wameru wanasema acha nikuambie. Let me tell you.
Ukisikiza kiongea Kiswahili by the time
Wameru na wa nini? Wameru na si Wakisi. Wameru na some of the Gikuyu.
No.
Wanasema acha nikwambie chenye kinafanya niseme.
Ya Meru na Mgikuyu azifanani.
Wanasema aje? Eti na ntango ulende hiyo mambandi. Mambandi as ni mbui.
Same to
Wakisi,
you.
They don't know that.
Mkisi anasemaga very
same
important.
To you told me that. Told you that Makisi.
Very important. Nasema Mkisi.
Same to you.
It is B for the Meru and it is also B for the Kisses. Very important. No problem. You see.
No, those are saying problem. Meru, I like you guys. I like you, Meru people. No problems. So, in fact, when it comes to this point where Salasya was beaten, let me tell you the truth. If those things could happen, if that could happen according to tribal-based issue, that guy could even die. Even die because I'm very sure where he was. Yes, many people will come from those people he insulted. I'm very sure many people who are gathering there, they were from the region where this guy insulted people. That's why maybe they could be very, very harsh on him and friendly.
It is just are there any footages a producer should play about that? We need to see them.
I don't think
they are not, but there are people who are talking about that thing of Salasya actually, and they had like really different opinions about the Salasya issue.
Okay, continuous. We give him time to confirm whether he can play for us. those footages.
Okay, so basically about this entire thing, because I'm trying to look for something about it. Najua Mr. Salasya anasema ya kwamba ati it was, I don't feel it was anything to do with tribals, and if it was, please do correct me. But I don't think so, according to me. I just think amekuwa nasikia hata kwa nyumbani alienda kwa matanga fulani akaenda akayaharibu, akaenda bring violence, akaanza kuongea vitu fulani vya ujinga. So I think that these people do get tired, and you know they say that is a child, ni mtoto mdogo ambaye hana heshima. Na tuko different generations fiti. Nasikia generation yetu na yao pia haijakuwa ikichapwa, haijakuwa ikifanywa nini. But my mother used to beat me, so sijui ni generation gani hiyo ambao hawako wanachapwa. I just think people do wanafika place wanna get fed up with this entire thing. They are like, we are tired with you speaking with no morals. We are tired. Ama then at the same time, you speak too much truth that these people do not want you to speak anymore.
Too much truth.
Yeah. Because there are people who love Mr. Salasya so much. They are like, you know what? We kind of love the way you do speak the truth. We kind of love the way you do not fear. And you know right now, people want those people who do not fear, those people who are directly speaking whatever is supposed to be spoken with no fear. So maybe now they're like, hey, huyu kijana inabidi kwanza tumuonye kidogo sababu venye amekuja watu ni kamba wali nini, yani watu wamechoka. Ama what do you think about that, Felix?
Watu wamechoka.
Yani watu fulani wamechoka, wataki wewe uongee. Sawa, those vijana ambao kwa 60 years and above. Sawa, aya. Then sasa kuna hawa the young people that really do appreciate him. Because I've seen when Salasya spoke wakati alikuwa anamwambia Bwana Ruto ampe kazi ya kuwa advisor wake. That moment the young people really were behind Mr. Salasya. So unapata hapa hii kitu kidogo, it is confusing. What do you think?
That is the point. Can we, producer, please have a footage maybe showing how some of the individuals could respond to that to that issue concerning Salasya?
Kama uko na chuki na mtu moja, haifai we include the whole community. Sababu kusema Wajaluo ni wajinga, Raila ni makosa. Angesema Raila ni ana generalize. Ambapo ni kitu ingine mbaya sana. So nikipatia tu rafiki yangu Salasya mawaidha, heshimu wazee, na hata kama uko na tofauti nao, jaribu kutafuta lugha ile unaweza uaddress nayo, kuliko kutukana mzee direct, anaweza kukurushia laana.
I don't think people respect the elders nowadays. Tunachukulia sijui aje.
Ni kitu ambaye imekuwa kwa hii generation ambaye tuko, ambaye generation ambaye iko sahi, wengi wao hawajafundishwa adabu nyumbani. Hawakuwa na chapwa, hawakuwa nafanywa vitu kama hizo. Ni ile generation ambaye ukichapa mtoto ako tayari kukuendea kwa polisi eti nimepigwa, alafu polisi anakukujia. Na hiyo ndio kitu ambaye inaharibu inchi sahi. But Salasya, wacha kutukana wazee. Kusema kweli, bila Raila hata Salasya angekuwa anaongea hivyo. Sababu Raila mwenyewe ndiye ameleta hii freedom of speech. So inafuata tukiwa na freedom of speech, tunaangalia tunaiweka gani. Kama mimi sasa napinga William Ruto, siwezi anza kutukana William Ruto na wakale. Is not good. Kama niko na issue na William Ruto, niko na issue naye peke yake, si the whole community. So Salasya alifanya makosa kueneza hadi maneno na kwenda hadi wapi kwa community. Naye kisiasa, nikirudi kwa kisiasa, Salasya hakupigwa na Wajaluo venye saa inasemekana. Salasya alipigwa na Waluya wenzake.
Why would you say that?
Kitu ambaye inafanya nasema hivyo, mkubwa wa MDD, party ya ODM, anaitwa Mkoya. Yeye ndio chairman wa MDD. Na nikikumbuka vizuri, it was on Thursday. MDD ilitoa ripoti na chairman ambaye ni Mkoya, rafiki yangu, wakisema ya kwamba Salasya atapigwa akiendelea kutukana mzee. Na ikuchukua siku mbili. So
he was warned.
Yeah, he was warned.
But he didn't take heed.
Yeah. So na mimi kisiasa najua hivi. Ukiwa mkubwa wangu, hata niwe Mkamba na we ni mkubwa wangu, ukitoa onyo ni wewe ndio utakuwa responsible.
Yes. Yeah. So pale umeweza kumsikiza, that is naibu wa speaker wa bunge,
Secretary General, I think.
Yeah.
I know this guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the wananchi. I had a lot of things to say about that. Sawa?
I have heard him say that that was not okay, Luos were not involved in those issues. Does it mean that guy was beaten by his own people?
His own people, apparently. Sawa?
Why am I not convinced? Will you kill your own?
I know. I will not kill even if it is not my own. Even someone others, I will not kill someone that is not my. Basically, no killing, no violence. Sawa? Ish! Where? Umemsikiza pale huo Secretary General anasema ya kwamba those who are not wajaka walompiga Bwana Salasya, those were his own people beating him.
Guy,
Oh my God,
I'm not convinced though.
No, but actually let me tell you, there was this other person, Mr. Ken, ambaye alisema ya kwamba that Salasya started this kuchokozana from kwao. Nasikia kwao pia alina kwa mazishi fulani matanga, akaenda aka bring the same. Sawa? Wanasema kwamba anatumia hizi mambo za Wajakoya. Do you know what that is? I will not need to explain that. I'll just say kuna mtu alisema kwamba Salasya anatumia, and that is that person, not me. Don't call me. Sawa?
Ati anatumia mambo ya Wajakoya.
Na kama inamchanganya kwenye akili. That's why like everywhere he goes he speaks about that. Then he wants to be violent.
But why do I consider that guy to be a very intelligent guy?
He is, I think, sometimes kuna kitu nasemagwa insanity and kukua no and to be intelligent zinapakana. There's a very thin line. Sometimes mtu unaona amechizi huko street, maybe he's just like a genius. Sawa? Na huyu like kuna very thin line. Like when you say love and hate, there's a thin line. Insanity and intelligence, there's a very thin line. Unakuwa so intelligent mpaka uchizi. Unaona? So basically
kuna uwezekano.
Yeah.
Inaweza so intelligent
hadi uchizi. Yes. Dongelea kina Einstein and all those people, they look like madmen. Those people invented wakina, isipokuwa Nikola Tesla, he had OCD of being so clean that he made his wife bath 3 times every day. Do not come near me if you have not showered. He wanted a very clean space. That was Nikola Tesla. But wakina Einstein na wakina nani wengine, wakina wanitwaje, I'm forgetting the name, but those people, other people were like very dirty people. They didn't, even Michelangelo, that one that walichoranga, he was a very dirty person that he didn't shower for like a whole year. Alikuwa mpaka na makucha, anakaa tu mtu fulani. And they are the most genius people in the world. Yeah.
1 year without showering.
Yes. So
will you utanuka?
Yes, alikuwa anuka, but sasa mtafanya aje? He's a genius.
Okay.
Yeah, mnamwacha. Advantages. Even I know this girl that we were in Form 4 with. That girl didn't. Who dem alikuwa tu hivyo. Vitabu zake zina cover. Ziko hivyo, amevaa skati iko na patches. Anatembea mguu tupu the entire school, but she was a genius.
Maybe she was coming from a poor background.
No.
That's why her skirt could maybe.
No, she didn't come from a poor family. In fact, her father used to drive like a Range Rover. She was just a genius. Na alikuwa anapata kila kitu A huko. like 100%, 100 inabidi mwalimu amwekee 99. So she was a genius. She didn't care about how, basically the most intelligent people don't care about how they look. They care about what they present to you. That's why you hear the person who was like a very good handwriting, maybe they're not very intelligent because they're concentrating mostly on how they're writing than what they're thinking. So you see doctors, you see scientists, they don't write like evil because they're not concentrated with this, they're concentrated something else bigger than that. So maybe Salasya.
By the way, that is the point. I can agree with you.
Yeah.
So
like bado tuseme kila mtu anaandika vibaya it is an intelligent person. No. So
it's okay anyway.
Yeah. Pale kuna Emmanuel Nyongesa anasema si hivyo bro. Nyongesa, Mr. Emmanuel Nyongesa, please do tell us how is it then? How, because you in your opinion ya huyo Secretary General Mr. Isaac. So what is your opinion? Unadhani kwa nini Salasya alipata kupata makonde na mangumi kwenye that event? What do you think? Please do tell us.
07416 WhatsApp. Zulfa.
Yes.
I don't advise anybody to stretch a hand to anybody, because after doing that, those are emotions that are controlling you. Who are you to allow 15% of your body to control you? Then you are insulting yourself. So let us not, this is what I mean, let us not allow emotions to control us. At some point truly inakuanga very very hard to control yourself, but remember nani yako kwa jela, yule jamaa mwenye aliangusha mwingine kutoka kwa gari
alishashikwa.
I had
was he really?
I heard some people say so. Do you think those
I don't think that person has been arrested.
Let me ask you, do you think hizo gari zinaweza pakiwa tu hapo hivyo zikataliwe kwa barabara na mtu asichukuliwe hatua?
But I saw people in them.
Those
and those people should feel shame. Kama unapanda super metro, shame on you. Yes.
Wacha ku spread it.
No, I'm not spreading hatred. Like that is the entire game. We're saying boycott. You can't just throw someone outside because of that Bob.
But we are not supporting that. We are not supporting that. That is okay. We condemn that act.
Yeah.
We condemn it. Let me tell you, my sister.
Because life matters. Let me tell you, my sister. The car and the life that. How do you throw someone out of a movie?
We condemn that act.
Then we condemn even the car itself. No. Yes.
Can I question you? We condemn everybody who was in that
car. People actually say hashtag boycott everyone.
No problem.
In Twitter, in TikTok, even content.
Let me give you a chance. You speak and finish. For me also to speak.
Basically, you have to tell them, to teach them. And I heard this is not the first time they have done that. This was like that time they have done that, and this time it was caught, okay, on camera. So like this, like they have been doing this, so they don't value life enough. I hear that like they break a lot of rules. So please, it is not good. That is life, man. Wiki kwa ni brother yako umesikia amerushwa nje ya gari sababu ya that Bob, ungesikia aje? Ungetaka kusikia jina Super Metro ever? You draw her. Na alafu I ask myself, watu mliokuwa ndani ya gari, mnaona brother anarushwa that Bob na mnakubali arushwe juu ya that Bob? Yesterday I was joking with Brenda actually as we were coming back. We were like, what if tupate hatuna door alafu then these people decide to throw us out? Unaona, what will we do? Because we are like, people do not have like ile utu ya kitambo yenye ungepata like watu kwa gari watasema hapana mimi nitapeana hiyo 10 ama hapana uwezi mtoa nje ngoja afike huko tutasuluhisha hiki kitu. People don't care right now. So what are you saying though?
My sister, this is the point. First of all, I'll never support that act and I condemn it also. But mawatu wenye walikuwa kwa hiyo gari walikuwa na makosa. More so those people who are near the entrance. Zulfa, we cannot just say that those vehicles zifungwe na zipotee kabisa. That will never be the solution. Remember that even this guy who died maybe alifanya makosa fulani. Sawa? Maybe kama hiyo that Bob ilimkosa, kuna njia moja ama nyingine angeongelesha huyu jamaa. Jamaa kizidi, even the individuals who were around there could maybe chip in and say sasa ashajieleza, si umsimamishe gari ashuke basi. So you might find that the argument between the two people was very intense hadi ikafikia hapo. Unanielewa? So kusema like eti boycott again the super metro, yes, will never be the solution. Super metro as a circle in common, in general, not in common but in general, haikuchangia kifo ya mtu mwenye alileta kifo ni mtu mmoja mwenye alikuwa kwa one of the buses. Wao wanasema nyanya moja ikioza inafanya zingine zinaoza. Yes but inaweza oza na zingine zitaoza kama uwezi toa hiyo moja, zingine zitabaki zikiwa safe ukitoa hiyo moja. Kwa sababu ukiacha hiyo moja hizo bacteria zitambukizwa kwenda kwa yeah, they will be transferred to the other tomatoes. So I'm trying to say this: boycotting against those people will never be the answer. Yes, but do you know where the answer is? The answer is eliminate those people who could bring destruction. Be very careful when employing people. Request for good conduct certificates that could maybe confirm these people are good and they can qualify to do this work with a lot of perseverance. There are some works, my sister, you can do while training, and they really need perseverance and patience. So this conductor and that guy who could maybe beat Salasya of the same nature. So I'm very sorry to the family of the deceased, and we cannot support those acts. We condemn them instead. But for those people who could maybe contribute for these permetros, maybe kufungwa na zifukuzwe, yes, I don't think whether that could be the best direction to take. Sisi wote ni wa Kenya, makosa ufanyika, mwenye makosa tafadhali afunguliwe mashtaka, na wenye wanafaa kufanya kazi wafanye kazi. Kwa sababu hizo gari vile zimepakiwa hapo hivyo tena mtaanza kulia lack of employment. Unajua kuna vitu zingine mnasahau. Mtaanza kulia lack of employment. Hizo gari zimesaidia sana. How many youths do we have working there? Hizo basi ziko ngapi? Kwa hizo basi zenye zote ziko hapo, maybe my drivers ni wako times 2 ndio waende ma shift. You people mutapunguza employment opportunities. So hata kama hiyo sako ilikosea, tafadhali ile penalty yenye walipewa wacha ishughulikiwe, warudi na kazi iendelee. Na yule jamaa mwenye aliua mwenzake, it is very shameful and shame on you. Amekatiza life ya baba ya mtoto mdogo, ama mwanaume wa mwanamke mdogo sana. It is very unfortunate. Na abiria tafadhali kueni discipline. Ongea kutoka chini before upande gari. Sema enyewe akisiko baniko chini man.
Apparently akusikia juu yuko ni place ya Chwani.
Apparently akusikia alikuwa nadhani Chwani.
Hakuja hiyo ndio wameongeza.
At some point maybe mafuliza zipo. Alikuwa nadhani yako na limit ya kutosha, kumba ilikuwa ishasonga.
Sometimes leaders know you might not kama alikosa tu 30 bob, nadhani alikuwa anafikiria hizo. Sometimes you cannot even be ni. Nishona madam amebeba mtoto, amepigiwa una asikii kabisa. Ikabidi mjamaa akuje kumshika. But I thank God that the driver alinini. Mbaka kwa like nini madam akaenda pale driver akatoka akaenda pale kando akaenda kuongea na nini usikizo ni zote ukipigiwa. And she was like, I didn't hear for real.
People are psychologically people are psychologically tortured, and let me tell you, at some point you can get somebody speaking to himself. In fact, somebody is talking, you can if you cannot be keen enough, you can either think that the guy is on in a phone call. Yes. So let us be very serious when it comes to these matters concerning Peter Salasya. Whoever could be that guy did a wrong thing. Yes.
Okay. So apare kuna Emmanuel Nyongesa anasema is our bro from Nyanza. I hear them. Respect mzee. Okay. So basically we have a few minutes to wrap up so that we prepare for the next show. So what I would say is let us respect each other. Let what the wazee respect the vijana and the vijana respect them the wazee. Tuendelee ku respect, yani kila mtu maintain their lane. Let everyone maintain their lane, because tukiendelea hivi itakuwa so sawa. Many people are gonna fight because we don't resort to violence. We don't have anything to resort to violence. Kama ni violence, I usually see wakina Dedan Manthi got the entire violence. Right now we do not need such. Right now we do not want violence. Right now we want people to think about better ways of resolving. Tafadhali. Alivyosema, we don't, like, why do people think that everything is violence? So sometimes why don't we take like intelligent violence? Munakaa chini mna reason vitu kwa akili. Hii mambo ya misuli tuache. It is let us flex this muscle. This one is better than flexing muscles za mikono. That one has been done. We've been there, we've done it. Let us try and resolve things intelligently right now, because beating Bwana Salasya is nothing. Like, I think at this point ashazoea mtampiga makofi atakuja ataongea. What is his best weapon? Sababu haizi kupiga ngumi. Akili ndio maana iko pale mahali hapo na wewe haupo hapo. So beating violence too, I just hate violence like kabisa. Violence zae, man. That is what I would tell the people. Let us not resort to violence.
I repeat, let us not
resort to violence.
Use violence to just maybe come up with a solution. You will never get any solution through violence. In fact, violence instead will bring destruction.
Yes.
Pure destruction.
Yes, pure. Na maana pale kuna Gypsy anasema hi Zulfa, hi Gypsy, nasema hi Felix.
Hi Gypsy.
I
really miss you, Gypsy.
Wallahi.
I really miss you, Gypsy. Wherever you are, feel loved and feel missed by me and Zulfa. In fact, me nimejisemea.
No, I told them through DMs that I've missed them, but they've been busy kidogo.
Yeah,
I see kidogo pale ampata nafasi. So we do really appreciate you, Zulfa. We do really appreciate you, Gypsy.
Are you possessed to yourself?
You're told that everybody is obsessed with themselves.
Obsessed.
So, yeah. So everybody has a little narcissistic part in them. Sindio? So thank you so much for joining us. But ndo tunatoka though. Ambia watu kitu na sisi pia tuseme kitu chengine tuelekee.
Yeah, thank you so much. So Gypsy, we were trying to talk about Peter Salasya. Peter Salasya is claiming that Peter Salasya is claiming that everything that happened that day when he was beaten was scripted and it was tribal. So we were trying to ask as many questions as possible to everybody who was maybe around and maybe in studio, and also for those people who are watching us. Yes, so we wanted to know what was the real issue there. But according to information Peter Salasya could share to the public is that issue was scripted. But as we consider other views from some of the individuals, they are trying to say that Peter Salasya should have respect to elder people. Yes,
that is the point too. So some people, they're saying that Salasya should respect the Luo community at large and also respect Mr. Raila, and also he should respect his elders, sababu Bwana Raila ni.
So what do you think if the Luya people could involve in that exercise of beating him?
We'll never know who really bet
I'm
Mr.
just
Nick.
asking the way that guy could say.
That is
Did
the Luya people.
that the Luya people are the one who did what? Who could beat him? Now I'm questioning you, you as Zulfa now. Yes, what do you think could be if the Luya people, the people are the same people involved in the incident?
There, maybe there would be like okay, so this is what Gypsy nasema. So we'll try to have a chance to join. Yeah, that would be saa sita, 12 o'clock, and then Gypsy akasema Peter Salasya should be forgiven. He has his own issues. I will not even get into that. So I will not get into that. Peter Salasya has issues. So tumalizie, Felix, you would say something.
Before nimalizie, I can say that if the Luya people could involve in beating Peter Salasya, then it could be discipline to their own. Discipline to their own in a ruthless way.
Well, like tuache tuchape, you know how it's like wacha nichape ni wangu. Yeah, maybe they were like ni wait wacha tu.
Na kama ni Waluya, congratulations to you Luyas, because maybe you don't want something to go wrong against your will.
So mdamchapa mkimtekea, si kama the other tribe.
So we don't want shame, yes? We as Luya nation.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
you so much, guys. This is Plains and Felix, and I really appreciate you for joining us. And at some point, I really need to apologize. We started a little bit late, but we shall be here at exactly 12. Thank you so much.
Okay. So Gypsy anasema no one should have a beating. No, that is true. Okay, so this has been Zulfa. Tupatane hapa saa sita. We appreciate Emmanuel Nyongesa and Gypsy who have joined us on the live chat, and we also do appreciate the silent viewers. Bye. Let us meet here exactly 12 o'clock.